I'm going to read a little bit from the passage that was my morning reading. I go through the Bible if I want to go through the Bible in 1 year, you read 3 chapters a day. And if you want to go through the Bible in 3 years, you read 1 chapter a day. Well, right now I'm just doing 1 chapter a day. Well, more than that, but mainly the 1 chapter. It's Second Chronicles. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm just going to read a few verses. But it's Second Chronicles 21, and it's Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. That's when they die. They refer that to sleeping with his ancestors. And Jehoram, his son, reigned in his place. He had brothers. The sons of Jehoshaphat were Azariah, Jehiel, Zechariah, Azariah, and Michael, and Shephatiah. I can't pronounce it. All these were the sons of Jehoshaphat, king of Israel. Their father gave them great gifts of silver, gold, and valuable possessions, together with fortified cities in Judah, and he gave the kingdom to Jehoram, because he was the firstborn. When Jehoram had ascended the throne of his father and was established, he killed all of his brothers with the sword. Okay, now I'm going to skip down to verse 18 of that chapter 21. And after all of this, the Lord struck him in his bowels. That's Jehoram. With an incurable disease. In the course of time, at the end of 2 years, his bowels came out because of the disease, and he died in great agony. And I'm thinking, okay, what have I done? My bowels aren't coming out, but I have great agony sometimes. But yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. We all have done something, but it's all through the Old Testament. You hear of the kings going and talking with God, obviously because they didn't have the Holy Spirit yet. So things were a lot different in many, many ways. But anyhow, that just caught my attention there. He died in great agony. I don't know what kind of disease that would be, but his bowels came out. But I don't know if that's out through the back end, or I don't know. That's a mystery. But I've got the tree guys coming today to cut the tree that's been blocking the sun of the garden and the solar panels. Plus, I'm a little afraid that if it got struck by lightning, it's close enough to the house, it could catch the house on fire. So they're coming to cut that down, along with trimming a few other trees. They're not here yet, but it's supposed to be 65 at 3 o'clock. Yesterday it was beautiful, but I didn't go kayaking because we got home. We went to the late service, so I got home kind of late, and then after my nap, and I checked with Keith, and the river's still got quite a bit of ice. I don't know if it's going to be. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'm thinking maybe I can get out. But anyhow, the time that they're coming to cut the tree makes me think. We planted that tree. We bought the tree in a pot. It was maybe 3 feet high, and we used it as our Christmas tree when my son was small, and then we planted it. Should have planted it a little farther from the house, but it reminded me of Ecclesiastes 3. For everything there is a season, a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. And in my version, I put a time to kayak and a time not to kayak. Yep, such is life under heaven in this thing we call life. So I keep this as my my bookmark in my Bible. So, yep, time to raise children and a time to look back. All right, you have a good one. God bless.